The cloud of performance-enhancing drug suspicion has finally hovered over Yankee captain Derek Jeter. And I want to know, why is there such a double standard when it comes to the Yankee captain? Hey everybody, it's Paulie. Welcome back to This Week in Red, where we're talking all things Red Sox and Major League Baseball. So the obvious story of the week in Major League Baseball are the comments by Skip Bayless of ESPN suggesting that Derek Jeter's superhuman season this year may have been a product of him using human growth hormone to improve his performance this season, which has been off the charts for a 38-year-old shortstop. He's putting up numbers that virtually nobody in baseball history has put up at his age, at his position. Now, the idea that Derek Jeter is taking human growth hormone or any other performance-enhancing drug is absolutely a horror show to Major League Baseball fans everywhere. And I want to know, why is that such a double standard than the rest of the players in baseball? Why is it that St. Jeter of the New York Yankees, who can never do any wrong, is the only guy that gets treated differently in baseball? Now listen, I think Skip Bayless is one of the biggest clowns in the media. I don't take what he says very seriously, and I don't take these speculations and allegations against Jeter as being very well-founded. I don't think that Bayless has any credibility whatsoever, and I wouldn't believe a word he says. But I will say this. He brought this topic up, and the reaction has been, he's out of his mind, there's no way Derek would ever do this, and Jeter himself, when asked for comments, said he wasn't even going to dignify the comments. Well, why exactly, Derek, aren't you going to dignify the comments? Why aren't you going to respond to Bayless's accusations, no matter how ridiculous they are? I'm not suggesting that Derek Jeter takes performance-enhancing drugs, but I do believe that every Major League player is under suspicion because there is no real test for human growth hormone in baseball throughout the baseball season. And that's a big issue for me, and it should be a big issue for any fans in the sport who tend to care about whether their players are clean or not. Now, I've come on this program many a time and said that no matter who's using performance-enhancing drugs, it's not going to diminish my interest in the game, and that's still the case here. But what really irritates me is that because Derek Jeter is the one that's the subject of the criticism, that he gets a pass from the media and from the fans, particularly Yankee fans, that he could never do such a thing. Well, how do you know? How do you know that Derek Jeter is clean? I'm not saying he's dirty, but how do you really know he's clean? Nobody knows. So to go out there and say that it's ridiculous to accuse Jeter of taking these types of substances is ridiculous, because you're the same fans that go out there and accuse just about every other player of being under suspicion. So why not Derek Jeter? Is it because you think he's a saint? And that's what irritates me the most about Derek Jeter, and that's why I don't like him, because his reputation precedes him. It makes him an overrated kind of player, and you can get on me on this clip, whatever you want to do. You can say I got Red Sox bias, and maybe I do. But Skip Bayless is a clown. Yes, I know that, but I also know that the question he asked is a legitimate question and needs to be taken seriously by people who are serious about getting rid of drugs in baseball. People don't think that Bayless has credibility, so they throw the question out. Well, I think it's wrong. I don't like what he said, but I think that it's a question that needs to be considered. Is Derek Jeter a suspect just like everybody else? And I say that the answer is yes. But for you guys, do you really think that Skip Bayless's comments about Derek Jeter were out of line? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red.